It was a small moment, but it explained something I had never understood before. Why some of the most capable people quietly stop moving forward. A few years ago, a friend of mine told me something that stopped me mid conversation. We were just catching up, and then out of nowhere, he said, "I'm scared he's going to outshine me." He wasn't talking about a rival, he was talking about someone on his own team, someone he had mentored for 3 years. The guy it was happening to had absolutely no idea. This is that story. My friend, let's call him Ray, was a manager, experienced, understood the system, knew how things worked. Then there was Kai. Kai had been on his team for 3 years, and from day one, he was just different. The kind of guy who walks into a room and the energy shifts without him trying. Naturally funny, effortlessly warm. Other teams knew him, people liked him. Ray saw it happen, and for a long time, he was proud of it. He called Kai his right-hand man. He meant it, at the time. Here's where the story turns. That year, Ray was up for promotion. He'd put in the time, done the work, was next in line by every logical measure. But corporate has its own logic. There wasn't enough quota. The headcount wasn't there. Ray didn't get it. But there was one promotion left, and it went to Kai. Same title as Ray now, manager, but still on Ray's team, still reporting to Ray, still sitting in the same structure. From the outside, it looked fine. Kai deserved it, but something shifted. Because the moment you start outshining people, you don't just gain admirers, you quietly stir up something in the people closest to you, envy, insecurity, a silent question they can't stop asking themselves. Why him and not me? There was a company event, senior leadership in the room. Kai moved the way he always did. Natural, effortless, people drawn to him. And Ray was watching. In a room where impressions matter, Ray felt himself becoming background. And a few weeks later, he told me, "I'm scared he's going to outshine me." After that, nothing changed on the surface. Ray was still warm, still supportive. But in the rooms that mattered, things were slightly different. When Kai did well, the praise was just enough. When Kai made mistakes, Ray stopped protecting him. He didn't attack Kai or throw him under the bus in any obvious way. He just stepped aside and let those mistakes land directly. And slowly, the big boss started seeing Kai differently, sharper in meetings, less patient. That particular kind of fierce energy you get from someone who has decided they're not fully convinced about you yet, but hasn't said it out loud. Kai felt it. Of course he did. You always feel it even when you can't name it. But here's the thing. Your boss's success and your success don't have to be separate things. Let me tell you about someone who understood this completely. Let's call him Wei. Wei was also good, delivered strong work, but he did one thing differently. Whenever he presented upward, he made his boss part of the story. This direction came from my boss. We executed because of how he structured it. Maybe he meant it. Maybe it was strategy. Honestly, the best moves are usually both, but he also said it because he understood something. His boss's reputation and his own advancement were connected. Here's where it gets real. Promotion time came around. Wei was up for a level jump, and senior management pushed back, questioned whether Wei was ready, whether the jump was justified, whether the numbers supported it. His boss didn't blink. He fought for Wei, laid out the case, specific projects, specific results, specific moments where Wei had delivered beyond what was expected. He justified the promotion with the kind of detail and conviction that only comes from someone who has been paying close attention, someone who genuinely wanted the outcome. The promotion went through, not because Wei was more talented than Kai, but because Wei's boss had skin in the game, because Wei had made his boss's success feel connected to his own. Because when the moment came where someone needed to stand up in a room and say, "This person deserves this," Wei's boss was already standing. Kai was talented, likable, deserving, and still, he hit a ceiling. Wei was also talented, but he understood something Kai didn't. Talent alone doesn't protect you. What protects you is making the person above you feel like your success is their success. Kai made Ray feel small, Wei made his boss feel bigger. And people respond very differently to those two feelings. So, what do Kai and Wei actually teach us? The easy conclusion is just be like Wei. Give credit, make your boss shine, stay humble, done. But it's not that simple, because Wei's approach only works if the person above you is worth investing in. Some people in power are just too insecure for any strategy to work around them. You could hand them every credit in the world and they'd still feel threatened the moment you walked into a room. Those people exist. And when you spot one early, the smartest move is honestly just to get out. You cannot fix someone else's insecurity. You can only decide how long you want to be managed by it. That's the first thing Kai never did. He never read Ray for what Ray actually was. But here's the second thing. Never assume that because your boss likes you, you're safe. Ray called Kai his right-hand man. He meant it. The closer you are to someone in power, the more carefully you need to play it. Which brings us back to Wei. And what Wei actually understood, when you make someone feel like your success is proof of their good judgment, like they built you, they saw you first, you stop being just a talented person on their team. You become something they want to protect. That's the game. Quiet, patient, real. Hiding your strength temporarily is not weakness. It's control. Now, one last thing, because this law isn't forever. If the person above you is already fading, losing influence on the way out, the calculation changes. No need to dim yourself around someone who's already falling. Read where they actually stand. But if they're strong and you know you're more capable, don't rush it. Build quietly. Stay patient, because that person won't be there forever. And if you've played it right, the day they fall, you won't need to fight for your moment. You'll already be standing in the right place. The people who outlast their masters are rarely the most talented in the room. They're just the ones who understood that patience is ambition with better timing. That's what I've been paying attention to. The rules nobody hands you, but everyone's playing by. If you start seeing them, everything changes. I'm Gia. See you next week.